Hello, my name is Tasha Burkhead, and today I'm reading you The Pot of Gold, an Irish story. Donald O'Malley was walking down the lane one morning when he heard the sound of a hammering tap, tap, tap. He peered over the gate into the cabbage field and saw a tiny man in a pointed hat and a leather apron sitting cross-legged mending a shoe. Donald's heart skipped a beat. A leprechaun! What a piece of luck, he thought. Everyone knew that if you found a leprechaun, he would tell you where he hid his pot of gold. Now, he said to himself, here's a chance to be rich. Keep calm. Don't give the little fellow a fright. If you keep your eyes sharp on him, he can't escape. The leprechaun stopped his hammering as soon as Donnell opened the gate. I see it's going to rain, said the leprechaun, although there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Will you be hurrying to take the shortcut through another field? No, said Donnell. Here is where I want to be. Then I thank you to shut the gate for the draft, said the leprechaun. But Donnell wasn't going to be tricked into turning around. Now I've found you, and I want your pot of gold, he said. The leprechaun scratched his beard thoughtfully. Well, don't be too hasty, he said with a frown. I'll take you to my pot of gold, all right, but you'll not be walking far in those worn-out old boots. Why don't you give me those, and I will make you a new pair before we start? Donnell reached down and grabbed the leprechaun. I don't need any boots, he said impatiently. Let me go, squeaked the little man. He kicked and he wriggled, and he walloped Donald with his tiny hammer. Stop your squeezing, or I'll have no breath for telling you where it is. Then promise you will show me, and no mischief, said Donald. And the leprechaun agreed. As soon as he was on his feet, the leprechaun straightened his hat and set off across the cabbage field. Donald was surprised at how fast his tiny legs carried him and watched every step in case he ducked out of sight. And when they reached the middle of the field, the leprechaun stopped and pointed at a cabbage. Here it is, he said. All my life's for treasures, and my shiny gold is buried under here. You just have to dig it up. Donald could almost hear the jingle of coins in his hands. Of course, muddled the leprechaun. You've been needing a spade. Donald realized he was in a fix. If he wanted to go home and fetch a spade, he'd never find the cabbage again. Then he had an idea. He unknotted the red handkerchief that he had wrapped around his neck that morning, and he tied it around the cabbage. Promise you won't touch the handkerchief while I'm gone, he sternly said to the leprechaun. Oh, no, I won't lay a finger on it, said the leprechaun, lighting up his pipe. You can trust me. Honest, you can. So Donnell rushed home to fetch a spade, and as he hurried back to the lane, Donald thought of all the wonderful things he was going to buy with his pot of gold. You'll never have to do another day's work. Donnell, you old boy. He laughed to himself, but when he reached the field, he stopped at the gate and stared. Every cabbage, as far as the eye could see, was tied with a red handkerchief. Donald's heart sank. That crafty leprechaun was nowhere to be seen, but far from away came a tiny little chuckle and a tap, tap, The end.